Didn't expect this, did ya? Recently I was contacted by the team from TourBox and they offered me to send me their product in exchange for an honest review. So here it is, the TourBox Neo. TourBox is a device in which you can use shortcut commands in a simplified and easy way instead of using a keyboard or manually clicking a tool in your program. This device can be used in different programs such as Photoshop, After Effects, Clip Studio Paint, INPRNT, Premiere, etc. etc. My first impression when I unboxed it was how confusing it actually looked. At first glance, you can't help but notice how many different buttons there are, all compiled into this small device. So I was a little worried on how I would be able to use it. The device comes with a USB cable that you can plug onto your computer, and it is long enough to be able to be anywhere on your desk or even on your lap. Here you can see a wide variety of buttons, wheels, and a D-pad. Something that I noticed is that even the wheels are clickable, which I find it pretty neat and practical for customizations. Once I plugged in my TourBox, I had to go to their website to download their driver. After that, you are presented with their preset settings. Here you can see all the buttons and wheels that you can use and customize. Something to point out is that you also have the option to combine and double-click buttons to activate one shortcut, which gives way more options. Right here on the left is the preset list. Here you can either import or make your own custom presets in different programs that you'd like to use. If you use more than one application, you can switch it to auto switch to save the hassle of manually switching your shortcut customs. If you want, you can also download other people's presets right here or upload your own. Here's my own customized presets for Clip Studio Paint just to give you an idea. I use the knob to change the size of my brushes and I press it to change the hue, saturation, and luminosity. For the scroll button, I use it to zoom in and out of my canvas. I press it to reset the canvas to fit the screen. My dial is used for rotation and, just like the scroll button, when I press it, it resets the rotation back to its original position. My side button is used for save, and if I double click it, I open the Save As folder. If I want to use the hand tool to move around my canvas, I use the top button and hold it down. I also double click it to flip my canvas horizontally. I use the tail button to undo and my short button to redo. For the two little round buttons, I use C1 as copy and C2 as paste. For the D-pad, I use the up arrow for pencils, the right arrow for brushes, the down arrow for the selection tool, and the left arrow for the eraser. My Tour button right here is used for switching my colors into transparency, since I use this more often than the eraser itself. Okay, for the combined buttons, top plus tail is used for creating a new canvas, while top plus short is used for opening an existing canvas. Slide plus tail is used as my control button when I want to transform a selected object. I use it to distort. Slide plus short is simply used for creating straight lines. And finally, I use the top plus down arrow to either automatically transform a layer or, after selecting a specific area with my lasso, I can transform that. Okay, so what do I think about this product? After using it for about a month, I have gathered a few little things that I like and don't like about the device. When I held it for the first time, I was surprised about the quality. I really like the weight of it. It's heavy enough to prevent you from moving or pushing it by accident while you use it, but also light enough to comfortably carry it in your hands. The surface doesn't feel cheap at all. It's sturdy and soft to touch. The buttons are light to use and press if that is to your liking, but I'll go further into that soon. I really appreciate how durable it is. I dropped it only once by pure accident and there was no damage at all. That doesn't mean you should test it yourself. Please don't drop it. I really like the amount of customizations. The idea of double clicking, combinations, and even pressing down any of the three wheels is super cool, and it gives you a lot of options on how to customize your presets to your own liking. For the things that I personally don't like is how too light the buttons feel. I know some people don't mind that, so it really comes down to personal preferences. I wish the buttons felt more deep like how keyboard buttons or even video game controllers feel. I also wish that the device is a little bit bigger and more spacious to leave more room between the buttons. I keep accidentally pressing my up arrow instead of my Tour button. Maybe if the Tour button was on the top left around the knob instead of down left, it could leave a little bit more room for the Tour and the up arrow. I also wish that the wheels were a bit more sturdy since sometimes I accidentally rotate the canvas just from lightly brushing my finger onto the dial. It would have been really cool if it was Bluetooth connected as well to reduce the amount of wires around my workspace, as well as no risk of not having enough USB ports to connect it to the computer. The surface gets stained easily by fingerprints unfortunately, so I tend to try and clean them off pretty often. Mind you, the product costs quite a lot and might turn people off, but I can't complain about it because its quality is actually pretty good. Overall, I ended up enjoying using it. I am planning to set more shortcuts onto other programs like Toon Boom Harmony and Storyboard Pro in the future. As confusing as it might look, it's pretty easy to use, and it personally took me around a week to get used to it and memorizing my shortcuts without looking at the device. If you are the type of person who draws and edits a lot, and if the keyboard is straining your fingers, then I would recommend this product. If you are interested in purchasing it, click the link below for a $10 discount by using the code MERA. Thanks for sticking around till the end. This is pretty much my first time doing an actual voiceover, so if you enjoyed it, let me know. Might do some more stuff like this. Anyway, have a great day. Bye!